Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. We have had a shortage of barbers, so I'm currently working every day, so it just worked out.
Gotcha. Remember Antoine Davis, Detroit Mercy basketball star, who came within 4 points of breaking Maravich's points record in college hoops. Yesterday, Davis told the Associated Press that he feels cheated by not being invited to the CBI tournament to break the record.
Oh, the gentleman that was over there.
Yeah.
We came only once, and he said he's not here anymore.
Yeah, he moved to. Well, so he lives in League City.
Yeah, he told me it was traveling an hour and a half. I was like,
Yeah. It's frustrating because like he lived there the entire time working, and when he came, I told him this is a billion barbershops between your house and my shop. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll find another shop. He was like, nah, man, you know, I'm here, man. This is what I, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, but you gotta be. I was like, you know. He felt like he owed it to me because I met him kind of a chance type thing, and I encouraged him to go to barber school and get his license. So I guess, I mean, you know, I understand it to a degree and I appreciate it, but yeah, it was frustrating because he got our hopes up that he was going to stick around, and then, you know, things changed. So what am I doing for you?
alright, so do a taper fade. I think last time it was about.
So a taper is just here and here. A fade is all of it. So I just want to make sure we're speaking the same language. Fade, okay. You want that ball or light? A light fade.
Somewhere.
Nah, a fade is a specific type of haircut. A taper is a specific type of haircut. So, and like, don't apply my, you know, vernacular to other barbers because like they might. But for me, a taper, this is a taper, and then a fade is all in. Light fade. And then am I bringing any off the top?
Yeah, I think last time you tried about, it was done with the grain, so 1.5.
A 1.5 with the grain? You got it. Now, do you live out here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're a neighbor. Cool. That's why I'm finna save you. I'm finna bring you back to life. I'm finna bring you back to life. She said, I want to. Before you started working with James, where were you going?
I hadn't gone anywhere since I came to Houston.
So,
Came in the middle of the pandemic. Did myself. Doesn't look like it's coming out.
not much.
Yeah.
Stick with the 1.5. Or bring it down. So my next one down is a 1.
How do you think that would look with the light fade?
Perfect. I think it would look fine. But what I'll do, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'll do the light fade, and then if after you decide, you know what, go ahead and bring it down a little, then you know, we can go there. But I can't put it back, so I'd rather just finish the cut like this, so that you can see, and then if it's just not enough, then we can go down to our 209. So what kind of work do you do?
I work for Pure and Johnson Company.
Oh, cool.
Manager, engineering portfolio projects. My team basically does all admin stuff.
The fun stuff. How long have you been with him? Okay.
One of the headquarters. We got here in the middle of the pandemic, started working remotely.
I love everybody I know. I respect them. I think put it right to more than just the basketball.
I have a plans down at least.
But
Do you do this because you feel stuck, or are you happy with the feeling?
I actually kind of enjoy it. I think I have this affinity for administration and helping people. I got an engineering background, so it's worked long enough that it just kind of came together. This role did not exist until last year.
Yeah.
When my boss there was created that city show. So it's been good.
All right, that's right. After that,
I don't know if it's
So are you mechanical, electrical, civil? What kind of engineering?
background in electrical, don't do a ton of it anymore. Trying to get more data analysis and engineering these days. Whole different interest in maybe more on the financial side of the engineering side of projects.
I just heard it say that this is what happens in the NFL. Look, everyone has this trend.
How long have you
Every
guys
quarterback
been?
in the NFL is 66.
So we opened up in October of 2020. So we also kind of started our journey in the pandemic. Correct. Yeah.
Headquarters of a former company,
Yeah. Your former company used to be ABC.
General Mills.
Oh, General Mills. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I used to work for Pepsi. So when I worked for Pepsi in Minneapolis, Pepsi had a partnership with ABC Bottling or something like that.
Yep.
So they did. ABC Bottling had A&W, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, I believe. And see, I was a merchandiser, so I used to drive around the city, store to store, take the stuff out of the back, put it on the shelf. That was how I kept the lights out. That was, man, I was right out of high school. They were throwing money at me, but I realized it was a fool's mission because it was so much money, but the hours were so bad. And I was thankful that I had the presence of mind as an 18-year-old boy to say to myself, I can't do this for 30 years or 50 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If whatever it's going to take me to get to retirement, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And so I was able to get away from that enticing 1740 hour right out of high school, man. Because like they were throwing money at you. And yeah, man, I'm so thankful I saw the light of day because I knew. Because like for me, like I had problems sleeping just as is. And so some days I was able to go to sleep after work and sleep till I had to go back to work. And there was a lot of time where I wouldn't sleep until I got to work. And then as soon as I got off, I'm like, let's party. So I had to, I just knew I wasn't going to be able to make that adjustment.
ABC actually merged with some other independent bars to become what was Dr. Pepper 7-Up.
Yeah. Oh, I said Sprite. I meant 7-Up.
And became Dr. Pepper Snapple, then became Pure Dr. Pepper. So, yep.
They felt dramatic fast pitch relief. Some as early as 2 days. That's remote relief.
Yeah. I got a guy, he is, I don't remember, I think he's just a Gatorade client of mine, but he just goes to high schools and colleges, and he's on the AAU circuit as well, just educating people on hydration and selling products or whatever. As a client of mine. Another guy too works for, I got 2 guys that work for Coke, and I got a couple guys that work for either Pepsi or, a company under their umbrella. Oh, here she comes. Okay. Hi. What up? You seem toned down a little bit. You alright? Okay. I like tired you.
Still the same old person.
I bet you are. Yeah, that was me in the past life. I've been Houston for 5 years, and I've been cutting hair for 4 of the 5 years. So I actually been cutting since I was 12. So I guess the answer is my mom used to mess me up. And I figured I was going to die a virgin if I kept letting her cut my hair. She was ruining my life, so I had to fight. I said, oh no, I can't go on. Yeah, so I started. And a lot of times too, like when I remember, I was very specific with the barber and be like, yo, I want this, I want that, or I don't want this, I don't want that. And it seemed like as soon as I said it, they just forgot. Yeah, and so a lot of times I found myself just going home and fixing my hair anyway. And I remember at a young age, I didn't like how they were doing my edges. I'm talking like 7 or 8. And so my mom had these little cheap trimmers from Sears or Walgreens. So I don't know where it was from. They worked really good. But I was just telling you know what, just don't even do the front. I'll take care of it myself. The next thing you know, I got to messing with the side and the back. But no, so when I got down here, I moved down here, I was a district manager for AT&T. I loved the city, I hated the job, and I wanted to stay here. And I knew my philosophy was I could always go work for somebody. And so I thought to myself, I'm getting older, I need to take a chance on what I want to do, which was this. I always wanted to do this, man, if I would have known that I could make the kind of money I make now, I would have. And I went to school and played football in college. I would have never bothered playing football. I would have never bothered in college. I would have never bothered anything. But it took me to being really unhappy and unfulfilled to finally be like, you know what? I don't care if I only make $35,000 a year cutting hair. I'm gonna do it. And so I just kind of took a chance and put all my eggs in this basket, and then I'm telling you, it was the best decision I have ever made. So yeah, so when I first moved here, I worked at a shop in Richmond, which is like 45 minutes away. And then I went, I bought a house across the street, and that commute was killing me. But I was afraid I was going to lose my clients, or I knew some were going to follow me, but I just felt like I wasn't going to be the people. And so I tried to work like part-time at another shop out here, and I found a shop on Fry in West New York, by that Kroger down there. I worked at that place I worked at that place for a couple months, and then COVID hit. Like I went there right before COVID hit, and I think the month I got there, COVID actually, because I went there in February of 2020. Yeah, February of 2020, and COVID hit. And so I went to come out of my garage. I had a bunch of people come to my garage, and then the next thing you know, they let us go back in the shop. And I wasn't really happy there, but we tried. But then they shut us down again. COVID sent us home again. So I went back to kind of my garage. I gained more clients. I learned that a lot of people were much more comfortable at my house than they were at the shop. And then my best friend, my business partner over there, she suggested that we just open up the shop because I had so many people coming to the house. So that's when we decided to just pull the trigger on this spot. But yeah, this is the third shop I've worked at in Texas. Worked for 2. Now this one. Now, do you have any specific instruction on the edge of it? Make it look good. Yeah, before I moved here, I knew I wanted to live in Texas. I don't know why. But I thought to myself, I had to get down here. And I considered moving to Dallas, but I heard so many negative things about Dallas. I was just like, maybe I should. And so it was in between Austin and Houston. And I got to looking at the price of housing and whatnot, and Austin was just a little more expensive than Houston. And I knew I was already just going to be kind of at a disadvantage, not knowing the area, I knew I was going to make a career change. I just didn't know how soon. So Houston just kind of won out just by virtue of being a little less expensive.
Yeah. Started Boston.
Okay.
Met in Atlanta. Decided to move back to Texas. Dallas for work. I knew I wanted to start.
Yeah. Oh, so this was kind of like
This was the goal.
yeah.
Dallas was kind of the stepping stone. Then I was.
So Ben, how long did you live in that?
We were there since 2014 to 20.
So that's 1.5. We gonna stick with that? Okay, cool. I'm gonna pretty it up and make sure it looks perfect.
We were there for. Pandemic hit, and a lot of the things I was doing I couldn't do anymore. I changed up to playing soccer a lot for recreation, doing fantasy leagues, and sports shut down.
Yeah.
Playing, I'm like, I need to do something.
Right.
I'm like, I know it's not going to be more work hours because it's not that serious. So I ended up signing up for sort of seminary classes. So you ask
You said
what
seminary class?
seminary.
Oh, seminary. Gotcha.
Dallas Theological Seminary. Because that's something I kind of toying with for a while. Just always been like, money. Do I have the capability for it? When the pandemic hit, applied for apologetics program because it was something that I'd done some reading on and it seemed intriguing to me, just the whole idea. How do you defend the faith that you believe in and who really love? And so I started taking this classes. Did that remote. Moved down here, continued doing that. So I don't know where it's going to go. Going by faith and seeing where it leads. But I think what I've also realized is, to some degree, no matter where the question is, am I leveraging the strength and gifts that I have? I kind of almost accidentally found out what to do in that. Yes.
As in, like when they create the position out of thin air to
Yeah.
like, accent your strength.
Yeah, because I was already kind of doing the stuff I'm doing right now, was really around helping others with administrative stuff. Two areas. Excel that. We'll see how we get to the ministry working with not having to travel to
Do you have to like semi-quarterly, annually, any of that, or is it just completely remote?
It's probably going to be once or twice a quarter. Just playing out of I've been on vacation in the country because I was actually
Real quick, am I doing anything with the beard?
If we can just edge it up
Okay, so keep what you got. Do you want me to knock any length down or just
a
line it
little
up?
bit. A little bit. Last time I said knock it down, he said, wait and see. I'm like, I don't know if it's growing or not. It's just there.
Fair enough. All right.
Leave it to the expert to tell me.
Well, some people, I'm not that type of guy. I don't like it when people put the choice in my hands because And that, if you had the option to look like me or look like you probably stick with you, right? So it's like, you don't want my advice. You're good in your lane, I'm good in mine.
All I know is it probably needs to be edged up a little bit. Maybe knocked down a little bit.
This is sort of like the boys back together. I mean, he's going to be annoying. That's who he is.
Now I can't tell if he brought the line down here or kept it up. I kept it up here for now, but I could always bring it down here. I just can't quite tell. If he brought it down there, then it's definitely wrong.
So he probably kept it, but I know it brought it down.
Oh, okay.
Because I kind of do a little trimming in the middle.
Right in between.
Yeah. But,
it'll be sharper down here, but that's only because you have a lot of new growth up here. But if it looks to me like it will get this thick up here. It just moves in so. Yeah, okay. I mean that's what it looked like from here. But you come back in a month and it's still a little shady. Then I was right.
Yeah, let's do that.
And those players that I don't know, they also listen to big New York City guys like you and Stephen A. You talk about big markets and New York guys playing with Stephen A. Listen, that's a wonderful place. They feed off this, only I know. I've had it going through my face. They love it. It's not like pro wrestling. You know what I mean? And some of them are okay. And I don't think they're mature enough to stop themselves. See, I'm with you on a lot of this. I don't know if they're mature enough to police themselves. And that could hurt them. At some point, the actions have to be put aside. You got to play. When you get Golden State, Milwaukee, Boston, and Denver on the court with you. But no, Dylan Brooks is essential to what they do. And the question is, where is he in this morality split? He's a fascinating guy. He hasn't done any hit the fines and all that stuff. But he can play. I mean, he's probably a little bit better player, no doubt, than Pat Bev. But he takes out that seriously. Maybe smart thing. Yes. But there means that Willis Reed happens and then he gets the guys that you're a company. 1970 successive playoff series. We came out on top of them. Rest on film. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Will Chamberlain. That is his resume right there. My boss when he turned to I've known you for 42. The acting guy
Now, were you Nigerian, Kenyan, Nigerian? You wait, what?
I said, how is that the first one that
So
came up?
that part. So I learned in the Richmond area, it's a lot of Nigerian, and so when I moved to Texas, I didn't have a lot of experience with like brown people, you know what I'm saying, like Mexican, Southern, stuff like that, right? So I thought everybody was Mexican, and then I dated this girl. She was Salvadorian, and she was like, yeah, most of the Mexicans in Texas, or most of the brown people in Texas, or she was in Houston, are probably not Mexican. They could be Salvadorian, from Ecuador. Like she named all these countries. I was like, I ain't heard of that. And when I worked in Richmond, I didn't meet a lot of African Americans. I met a lot of Africans, and they were mostly from Nigeria. I met like 2 people from Liberia, but 99% of the people I met that came to that shop were Nigerian. So now when I see black folks, I'm like, okay, all right, I think I know where you from. I think I got you.
Fraser, Bradley, with Barnett, Reed, Butcher, Fraser, Bradley, Romo. They did them before. Better than any team that I ever saw. They could all pass, they could all dribble, they could all shoot.
Creative haircuts. I've seen it in my life. Yeah, man, I'm trying to cell phones, lights, a whole video, you're watching yourself.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually about to buy another monitor. So this monitor used to be over there, but I felt like I spent a lot of my time this way, and I wanted to make sure I was out of the camera. That's why I put it there so that I wasn't in my shot. But now I realize I spent just as much time on this side, so now I'm gonna go buy a monitor. But probably gonna buy it. Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna be famous, man. Gotta be pro. But yeah, I stream on social media. One of the platforms I use brings me actual business.
And the other platforms I'm on, it just kind of helps exposure-wise, but it doesn't turn into money. With Twitch, when I stream on Twitch, I get ad revenue. But the other ones, it's just, I feel like if I'm not on there, someone else is, and I might. Oh, did you? I know you can see from the camera. Make sure it looks good in like real life.
Yeah, and that shook me some of that. Just getting the text that Willis Reed passed. That he was 80 years old. I mean, seeing the text.
Are we gonna stick with the 1.5?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Now you're light in this corner, so I didn't want to go and like bring it up. So I just did like a little faux line in the front, building that.
About 2 big singles for $6.
You say trying to figure out what?
What's that normally looks like? Yeah, because I think that's always been that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Most of us are like that. Not everybody got the Jalen Rose edge. It's him and everybody.
Right.
Cool. I'm gonna spray you down. Close your eyes. Head up.
Your shipping manager will define themselves. Meaning you lost. You need to hire. Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters that turn around the house, one day they count their lives around the world.
Houston has.
So one of my clients told me that they had the second,
Yeah.
and I think they said like New Jersey, like it was some.
In the U.S., it might be Maryland.
Okay, it was somewhere in the Northeast.
Outside of the U.S.,
Yeah,
in
Nigeria.
London, it feels like you just, in some places you're like, this is too much. I didn't leave Nigeria to be in Nigeria.
Right, in a colder Nigeria.
Yeah, and then like black people there, it's either like mostly Nigerian or Caribbean.
Yeah.
So it's a
You know what
totally
blows my
different
mind?
mix.
I don't understand why Canada has so many Jamaicans. Like that don't make sense to me.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a, I don't know if it's like a British thing since they're all like British colonies or what the deal is, but yep.
I don't know.
Can do what works for you. I can do
So I prefer
App.
cash.
I
But
don't have cash. I can do Cash App.
Nice.
I can do a card. What's the charge?
42. Oh, it's right there.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my
It's got a tap.
Tap it. Yep.
It disrupts my skin with a flash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Revoke. Revoke is not steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Revoke saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100%.
And it was for Lucio?
Yes.
Pleasure, my brother. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And so which, let me get my days right.
Yeah.
Which days do you do appointments?
So Thursday through Monday. So basically anything you can book are the days I do appointments.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, because we have a staffing shortage, I'm just here every day. So you can walk in. I charge different for my walk-in prices than I do for my appointments.
Okay.
I met you in the middle because it was an honest mistake.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. But in the future, whatever you can book are the days that I'm like schedule-wise.
Thursday through
But yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm just in here then you can walk in and say,
All times today. How is this possible? I should have been the sign.
right. Yes, not today.
All right, I appreciate it.
You got to absolutely.